There we go. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'm here to tell you today how it is possible to get paid for your placement and to go over some of the opportunities that we have here at Inspiring Minds. I have a few short slides and then I will take questions. This is being recorded so that I can share it with the folks who registered for the event but may not be here. So let's get started. So my name is Melissa Emity. I'm the executive director at Inspiring Minds. So I work with the amazing team of folks who are working with you, Audrey, Matt, Willa, Jared, in addition to our Resilient Kids program with Miss Shannon, and our summer learning programs, which you're going to learn about today. So if I can figure out how to change my slide, I think I have to go to this screen to do that. So thanks for joining us. I'm here to tell you today about how we meet our mission and the types of different people who work with us. So just so you know, many of you are probably engaged with Inspiring Minds because you are what we call a college for credit volunteer. It means you're enrolled in a course that says you have to do service learning. So you end up coming through Inspiring Minds for placement in Providence. But we have other types of volunteers that you may or may not have seen so far. We have average everyday community volunteers, people who care deeply about young children or care a lot about making the systems in Providence better so that they volunteer their time in classrooms working directly with students. You may also know or not know that we have off-campus work study eligibility, and we're going to talk a lot about that today. We also have a program called Explorers that's specific for BIPOC and multilingual students that are under age 24. We also have internships opportunities here at Inspiring Minds. We also have AmeriCorps, which I'll tell you about in a little bit. And then we have some paid positions that are coming up. I'm looking forward to sharing all of those with you. So let's dive right into the first opportunity that you can get paid for your internship, and that's through off-campus federal work study. So undergraduates who will have a financial aid award that has off-campus work study are eligible for service with Inspiring Minds. You can use that financial aid package and your off-campus work study for your placement. So if you're interested in learning about how you could be eligible for that, the first place that you need to check is your financial aid award letter. So your award letter will tell you whether or not you receive off-campus work study. At each of the individual colleges, there's an office that manages work study. So if you don't know how to access your financial award letter, you can go to the Career Center at Roberts Hall if you're at Rick. At URI, you hit up the Student Employment Office. At CCRI, it's the Financial Aid Office. At Providence College, it's the Feinstein Center for Public Service. At Johnson & Wales, it's the Student Employment Office. And at Brown, it's the Swearer Center for Public Service. I'm going to come back to that quick note in a second. So off-campus work study students can work as many hours as you're eligible. So each individual student is awarded a certain amount of money, and they divide that amount of money by the $15 an hour that you are paid to tutor and mentor students, and that's how many hours you can work. If you have not yet used your off-campus work study, that whole entire award is available to you right now. So if you had $2,000 in that pool and you're like, I don't want to do off-campus work, I don't want to do work study, but now you're in this placement, you can work up to those $2,000 are spent. The rate that you get paid is set by the college and university, and right now all of the colleges have moved that to $15 an hour, which is Inspiring Minds minimum wage. In addition to doing your impacts as part of your community service, you also have to do a time card. Each college and university has a different mechanism by which they do time cards, and you'll learn more about that if you enroll. You can also be paid from off-campus work study to attend the professional development opportunities that we have. So let's say that you have a placement right now and it's 3 hours a week on Mondays. and your schedule is really tight. So during the week, you have classes other days, it's really not feasible, but there's a professional development opportunity on a Friday night. You can use that Friday night PD and be paid for it. In federal work study, you can start at any point in time during the semester. So if you have off-campus federal work study, or you find out that you do, all you have to do is email us, let us know. We help you fill out the paperwork, and then you can start getting paid once you're approved. It's really exciting. The next opportunity we have are for Explorers. Our Explorers program is a year-round program. In order to qualify for Explorers, you must be under the age of 24. You must be BIPOC, so identify as a person of color, or be natively bilingual in another language. Fluency in a second language, if you can demonstrate competency, both oral and written, is also accepted. You have to be natively bilingual in a language that's spoken by students in Providence Public Schools. And I'm sure you're all deeply remembering your orientation just a few weeks ago, that 75% of our students have Spanish speaking backgrounds. So Spanish is the number one. Number two is Arabic. We also have a need for people who speak Creole, who speak Portuguese, and other African languages. Those are high priority for admission to that program. The requirements for Explorers, if you meet the eligibility requirements, are that you must attend at least 3 hours per week in placement. That can be done over one day, or it can be done over 2 days. You also must attend over the course of a year 20 hours of PD. Remember when I was talking about off-campus work study, professional development is optional for off-campus work study. For Explorers, it's required. You have to have documented 20 hours by the end of the school year. Explorers also become mentees. So you go into a school and mentor young children. The children are the mentees. This program is two-pronged. You are mentored, and then you mentor young children. So you have to attend 5 one-on-one mentoring sessions with the workforce development coordinator. So right now that person is me, while Miss Willa, our workforce development coordinator, is in labor. So she'll be on maternity week for the next couple of weeks. Explorers have a maximum of 120 paid hours per year. So that program is paid directly from Inspiring Minds. It's $15 an hour, and we have 20 slots. Today, I have 8 open slots because some folks have left the program. We also can combine someone who's an off-campus work study and be an Explorer. You can do both at the same time, and then you can do more hours in the classroom, but you will be paid for all of it. It's very exciting. All right, I'm gonna stop right there and see if anyone in the room has any questions. You can come off mute. Looks like no questions. All right, moving right along then. So the next opportunity that you can have here at Inspiring Minds is an internship. So for some of you, as you pursue the rest of your college career, you might have internship requirements. You can do internships with us. And if you have off-campus work study, you can get paid for them. We have internships in not only our in-school tutoring and mentoring program, which is the program that you're all currently participating in. We also accept interns that are in the nonprofit management universe. So folks who are in business, accounting, data management, statistics, human resources, nonprofit management, and fundraising. Those are all areas that you can do an internship with Inspiring Minds. Applying for an internship is really easy. You have to complete an internship proposal. I've made a little picture over here on the right. It's on our website under Work Here, so that you have the parameters in which we need to understand about your internship to accept it. You also have to submit the syllabus if the course has requirements that you have an internship, so that we can make sure that your internship will meet the requirements for your course. It's very important. You don't want to do an internship and then find out it didn't count. The next opportunity we have is if you are not in school. If you are not in school or plan to leave school, as in graduate or take a year off, you could apply to be our next AmeriCorps Vista. It's a volunteer position. It's a whole year full time of volunteering. You have to have a high school diploma or a GED, and you cannot be currently enrolled in college. This is a program that's in collaboration with the Swearer Center at Brown University. You get hired by Brown University, that is your employer, and then you get placed at Inspiring Minds. These are capacity building internships, excuse me. It's an administrative job, not direct service. So some of you may have met Jared. Jared is our current AmeriCorps Vista. He works here in the office with us, supporting Matt and Audrey and everything that they do. He does recruitment. He's doing the volunteer recognition program. Just lots of fun things, extra set of hands. In AmeriCorps Vista, you're paid a living stipend. So you get paid biweekly in an amount that is determined by the federal government. So right now, that amount for the living stipend is about $260 a week. We know it's not a lot, but here's the carrot. It comes with benefits. So health insurance, childcare, free bus pass, and your resume says that you worked at Brown University. At the end of your service, once you've completed 1,700 hours, which is a year of full-time service, you get a $6,000 and change. I think it's about $6,800 right now in scholarship money that can be applied forward to college or backwards towards student loans. If you're an older adult and you have children or you have grandchildren, you can apply that funding to your children or your grandchildren. That award is transferable within your direct family. It's a really cool thing to have. Every year we hire 2 AmeriCorps Vistas for a year of service. Jared's role, the leader of volunteer engagement, will restart in January of 2023. Jared will be here until then. But we have one position open right now, and that's our partnerships and outreach manager. That person coordinates a little program we have called Power Lunch. It works with corporate partners. So you get to work with organizations like the Gilbane Building Company and Lifespan Community Health. They send employees to volunteer in schools each week. You also get to be the person who goes out all over the place to all sorts of fun events and fairs with Jared as your colleague to recruit new volunteers. There's a lot of recruitment that we have to do every year to get our volunteer corps up to where we want it to be. So you're out there doing presentations at community events and fairs, at tables. It requires a super bubbly personality. That position is open now. And at the end, I'll give you the link so that you can apply. Finally, we have paid positions at Inspiring Minds. So right now we're currently hiring for our summer learning program. The first position that's going to open up for our summer learning program is our family engagement coordinator. That position is slated to start on April 1st. Our family engagement coordinator recruits children to our summer learning program. Our summer learning program serves rising kindergartners. So you're working with young children, very young children, 4 and 5 years old who have never been in school before. The position does require that you are bilingual because, as I mentioned earlier, 75% of our kiddos are Spanish speaking. So their families are Spanish speaking. The position is part-time in April and May. It's 20 hours a week and flexible. It's primarily in the after school hours and on the weekend because you have to call and meet parents. That's when they're available. Come June 1st, that position is full-time, 40 hours a week. And it's full-time all the way through August 19th. So it still gives you a couple weeks off at the end of the summer to enjoy your summer before you go back to school in the fall. And I will tell you in a second about how to apply. Just so that you know, many of you are rising teachers or plan to be teacher assistants or work with youth. We also hire teachers. Our teachers for summer learning program have to be certified pre-K to grade 2 with LCERT and bilingual preferred. And our teachers are paid for the summer learning program $25 to $35 an hour. Our teacher assistants are also available. You have to be a parapro, so you have to have that certification, or 48 college credits in a related field. And we also hire youth development workers. Our youth development workers are assistants in the classroom. They do a lot of administrative-y things like opening the door for parents and checking IDs, but they also work in the classroom supporting things like lunch and breakfast and everyday activities in the classroom, taking kids to the bathroom, all the things you're not allowed to do as being a volunteer in Providence schools. Each one of those teachers, TAs, and youth development workers, we have 4 positions. Our youth development workers are highly competitive, and currently the former staff members have until February 28th to claim their jobs back, or it gets opened up to the field. We are currently hiring teachers and teacher assistants. And then finally, this summer, we will begin hiring for resilient kids. So you may not know that Inspiring Minds runs a program called Resilient Kids. We teach mindfulness education in classrooms throughout Rhode Island. They're 30-minute classes, and you go right into the school day, kind of like an itinerant, like an art teacher or a music teacher would, and you teach the class during class time during the school day. If you are a mindfulness practitioner or have certification or credentials in mindfulness education, we are looking for part-time instructors for this fall. It's $25 to $30 an hour for those positions, and they can be very part-time. You can teach 2 classes for a total of 1 hour, or you can teach up to 29 hours per week. All right, those are all of our paid options. So each one of these programs has a different mechanism by which you can apply. Firstly, off-campus work study. You would email me, memedy@inspiringmindsri.org. You just tell me you're interested. You tell me what college you go to, and I need your student ID number. Then I verify that you're eligible. Then the college process kicks in, you fill out some paperwork, and then you get started. For explorers, you do need to be accepted to the program. So all you have to do is schedule an interview. You can go directly to my calendar by clicking on this link and scheduling a 30-minute interview. For our internships, you would email your proposal to inspire@inspiringmindsri.org. And then AmeriCorps applications are accepted through the AmeriCorps portal. Because remember I mentioned they're hired through Brown University and then placed with us. So you would click on this link to fill out the AmeriCorps application. And I just realized that I didn't put the thing in here for the summer jobs. It's pretty easy. Just go to our website and I can pull that up right now. Not the GivePost website. inspiringmindsri.org. And if you click on the About Us, you can click the Work Here button, and you can see all of the full job descriptions for all of these positions. And you will see that our summer learning programs get emailed to jobs@inspiringmindsri.org. So all of the details for those positions are there. Awesome. So that concludes my presentation. I'm going to stop the share and see if anyone has questions. I don't see any questions. So I'm going to stop the recording and make that available to other folks.